Hi, I'm Tina. Welcome to my channel, Online Selling with Tina, where I share some tips and tricks of what I'm doing, as well as host weekly shows on Sundays with my friend Reseller Mom. Okay, so today I want to show you how I use Keepa to either snag deals or to watch for price changes on items and have Keepa send me an email to let me know. So if you're like me, there's a lot of things I'm tracking. Sometimes I forget about it and a month later I'm like, oh yeah, whatever happened, with this listing. It's hard to keep track of all the things. So it's nice when you can get an email to let you know that something has taken place and has changed. So one of the listings I wanted to look at here was this Pillsbury sugar-free cake mix. Now, this might be a listing that you sell on and you've been selling on it. All of a sudden, there's a lot of sellers on this listing now, and the price has tanked, and now it's no longer profitable. And then you looked 6 months later and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know that the buy box on this was back up and profitable again. So if things like that have happened to you, like it's happened to me, I like to set alerts in Keepa to notify me when a price has gone up in this instance, because now maybe an old replen can be good again. Likewise, this might be an Amazon to Amazon flip. And in the opposite sense, I want to know when the price has gone down on something so I can buy it from Amazon in order to flip it back on Amazon. So this cake mix here, we will jump down here to Keepa. So here we have our Keepa graph on Amazon. And then I am going to jump over here to track the product. So I know that I want to know if this is a higher price in this case, right? So here it's at $13. Let's say that or we can actually look at historically. Let's look historically what it actually did do. So historically, it's been up here at 1993. So this is an instance where now, as you can see down here, there's a lot of sellers, and what happens simultaneously is the price begins to tank. As you can see up here where the price was high, simultaneously we had less competition. And as you can see, the competition goes up and down all the time, yet sales are very steady this whole time. So if I want to know that it's going back up here to $19 and $23, I want to track this product. I want to know if it is more. So I want to know if this item, let's say, is $17 or more. Okay. And I will scroll down here and you could put a memo. Maybe you say, Walmart, and let's say your buy cost is $5 because you know that now, but later you might forget. Now, what was the buy cost on that? Whatever the reason you need a memo in here. Then we're going to jump down here to the bottom and tell it how long do we want it to track it for. And I think, look, you can do 3 years and 10 years. How crazy is that? I generally just do a year, and you're going to click Start Tracking. So now what will happen is when it has jumped to the price that you're waiting for it to get back up to, you're going to get an email. So it's like having this personal assistant that tells you run to Walmart right now and buy as many as you can. Now, if this was the opposite scenario where this is something that Amazon comes in and out of the listing regularly, then we might want to set an alert for when Amazon is on the listing, because generally Amazon price is far below us, not always, but a lot of times they do, and they may have only a certain amount in stock. So we want to take advantage of buying the item at that low price. I do that quite a bit during Q4 with toys, and I will buy a bunch at the low price, get it shipped to me. I will have an authorized invoice should Amazon ever ask, because I make sure that Amazon is the seller of the item. And then I will buy as many from Amazon as I want, get the item, either turn around and send it back in or hold on to it for just a bit, knowing that Amazon will go out of stock and I'm going to send it back in at a profit. Another thing I will do is jump over here into Keepa, and we're going to check out the deals page. So I'm going to look at the new deals here. We have the side menu on Amazon, and I want to then scroll down to the price drop range, you can change this for as little or as much as you'd like of a price drop. And we want it to be days. I like mine to be in the last day. So limit price drop interval. You might want to know the day or the week, because you can find sometimes Amazon to Amazon flips here. If you have Keepa, when you hover over the items, I don't know why it's not doing it now. Usually the Keepa graph kind of pops up. I don't know why it's not doing that now. If you are looking for a particular category, you can come up here. Maybe you sell baby products, beauty or personal care, maybe toys is your thing. So let's jump over here and it will just sort out results of toys. You may be shopping for personal. You can use Keepa for personal, or you can use it for your flips. Maybe you are somebody who is approved to sell Funko Pops. See, now it's popping up. You can see that little tiny bit of orange right here. That is when Amazon was on the listing. We can also see what the average price is and what it is right now. So as you know, sometimes prices drop erratically like this because maybe this Funko Pop has run its course. It's no longer popular. So people are liquidating. Maybe Amazon is on the listing. Maybe there's some sale. Maybe the item is seasonal. Maybe it's a Christmas item. Like this looks like a Halloween costume possibly. And for whatever the reason, you know how to do your research. So let's look at this Funko Pop. Amazon was on it just a very short stretch, and when they were priced at $24.99. When Amazon was off of the listing, it jumped up here to $32. Now that wouldn't have been enough to buy it at Amazon's low price for a flip, but it could have been. A lot of times we see Amazon maybe was down here at $11.99. They got off the listing and it jumped up to $32. And that would be an instance where we might want to come over here and track this product. Now it says it's $9.99, yet it's showing the buy box is still at $31. So I want to investigate this. So we're going to click on to Amazon here and see. I don't see that $9.99 price over here. Was it sold out? What was the reason? I don't know. Sorted price plus delivery low to high. So maybe that $9.99 price has already sold out. And if we were able to get it at $9.99 and now it's back at $19.99, we would have made $1. And we would want to check Keepa, and we can see that it has a really healthy selling rate going on here. And the price for the most part has stayed really consistent. So this could have possibly had been a good flip for us. So if you liked today's quick little tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to come on back and watch more videos. Thank you.